All right. Testing sound, testing sound, testing sound, testing sound. All right, got this rectified. All right. I'm gonna start with this side. Alright, connecting to my higher self. I'm she is me, next to my guides. I'm of earth. Truth that it is what it is. Seeking truth, honesty. Ability to access the Acacia files. What is and will be. Amen. Ashe. Alright, let's go. Hello and welcome to, let me stop shaking this table. Hello and welcome to Shan the Baby Terror. Alright. I'm sorry. Welcome to Shan the Baby Terror. And thank you for joining me. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. All right, go ahead and watch some of my videos if you find them interesting. So I'm here again with another political read here. And some of the things that I want to go over are the Director of National Intelligence. All right, he has quit today. And he said he has quit because he can no longer support the war and that Iran was not an imminent threat at all. So I want to go behind the curtain a little bit because that's what I like to do here. I like to peek behind the curtain and see what the wizard is doing and up to and how he's making his magic. Also want to see what will become of that Kristi Gnome situation in which she has been... her case has been filed with the DOJ. So we shall see how that goes because we know who's in charge of the DOJ and whether that will go anywhere. But it has been, given to them. And we also want to know, why has he canceled this trip to China? Okay. Yes, with don't you ask me to say his name, but I'm gonna mess it up. Xing Shang Shun Wing. Yeah, whatever his name is. Shun. Yeah, whatever his name is. And also, I think that's it. I want to be covering. Oh yeah, and then I also want to cover what is going to become of those God rest their soul, those 150 children that were unalive during the war. Will anything become of that? So those are some of the things that I want to cover. Let me go ahead and try to put on my do not disturb because there's too many messages coming in here. Too many. Come on now. There we go. Do not disturb. So hopefully we'll get a lot of these things from coming in. So let me go ahead and put my camera down and adjust it so that we can see these cards here. All right. Up, and there we go down. Go up, then we go down. Up, and we go down. Let's see. Let's brighten up this computer screen so I can see what's going on. All right. What are you doing? Kevin. is it spinning around? We got some. Let's see. See if it's spinning around. We got some shake going. See if it's spinning around. We got some shake going. All right. So what we're going to do first is this Director of National Intelligence. Give us some behind the scenes here, Spirit, on what he was seeing. We know what he said, but there are always things that are not being said. We know that. Let's see, can we fish it out, rabbit hole it out? Go down the rabbit hole. Why is he not for this war? What is going on here? Because he is definitely seeing more information than us, of course, because we are not privy to the information that he is privy to. So let's go ahead. Let's start with our cursory shake. Gets us going with our holistic stones. I can no longer be a part of this travesty, not tragedy, but tragedy. Let's see. I don't want to be a part of this tragedy. Let's see. What's going on? I can see visualizing right now. I'm visualizing a state of America, the United States of America's flag, and when I'm going into his energy, I see that flag split apart, and I see all the stars just stretching out. Like he feels like this to me feels like this is stretching the fabric of the American people, but most likely he is talking about stretching the fabric of the Constitution. He feels like it's being pulled beyond repair and that he can't be a part of it once it tears, because he doesn't want to be the one standing there with the tethered flag in his hand and having to do the explaining. When I feel like, this is what I feel like, he is the one in there is trying to be a voice of reason, okay? But as you know, the orange mongrel and all the people around him are not reasonable people. They lack common sense. They lack morality. It's so many things that they lack, okay? And he's unable to bring them. He's unable to bring them to where they need to be. This is his morale. He wants to expose some things. He actually wants to have a heart, but they only want to produce heartbreak, tears, sadness, death, and he's trying to bring them. This is the eyes, more heart-centered. Be more able to open one's eyes. He could be telling them that not all the Iranian people are agreeing, or not all the Iranian people are separate from the Iranian government at points in time, okay? And that these are real people. Okay, he's wanting them to accept that these are real civilians and people that are in the way of the battlefield, and in the way of he could also, I feel like he was a part of them when they went and assassinated 150 girls. He was privy to some information that according to me, this whole reading is allegedly. This whole reading is just for entertainment purposes only. So according to me, Shan the baby terror, and just allegedly, and just entertainment purposes, it was told and it was known that the 150 girls were there. that is a possibility that they could be. This is the information. Since he is the director of national intelligence, he's able to see these documents, these super secret documents. He knew that the heartache and the heartbreak was coming. And they did nothing. In fact, they reveled in it and they loved it. You know, it really doesn't matter. We got who we wanted to get, even though there was an additional thing here. I also feel like this man has some documents as well. This man will speak out further. Maybe not now, as we currently sit in this administration, but he will be speaking out more. He will be testifying in front of someone. Okay, at one point. This is how they were very much aware of what is going on. They are very much aware of civilian casualties. They are very much aware of military casualties, and they're hiding a lot. They're lying a lot. He can't be around this when the flag finally splits, because that's what was my visualization for him. I'm sorry, visualization. Just can't talk. And the stars were just getting scratched and scratched and scratched. So he had to leave there. It was with great confusion and emotion that he left there. He did a lot of heeing and hawing, up and down. We see right here. This was a very hard thing for him to do, which means that we are in a very sticky situation. Allegedly, there are war crimes being committed. We are in a very bad spot, because even this seasoned man is having problems. In one point, he wants to leave before the stars are scratched, but he also doesn't want to leave the post because he may be leaving. He may be the only person with as best morals you can have in the national intelligence, position. But he feels like without him that they'll be missing information, but he can no longer do this. This is something that has been weighing on him for a very long time. And I'm thinking Spirit is telling me that allegedly the killing of the 150 children was it. This was the line that he drew in the sand, and he could no longer go along with the go along. Even if it would provide a sane person somewhere in the area of national security, he just couldn't do it. His soul wouldn't let him do it. He had to bow in a moral authority, is what I feel here. Let's see, what else do we see that's going on, that he sees that's going on? Let us particularly know what he sees to be going on. He feels, hold on, let's go over here. He feels we got the clouds, we got the rider, and we got the bouquet. He's tired of the lies. He's tired of the innuendos and the messages in which they are sending. A lot of things are going on behind the curtain that are dangerous, okay? This is what he says. There are dangerous lies being told, and everybody is acting like this is good. This is the banquet. Everybody is running up in the brown diaper and licking around. Everybody's trying to be polite and acting like everything is going to go great and good. He can no longer go along with these lies. Now, he feels like if he goes along with these lies, eventually these are some things which are going to be exposed. And when they are exposed, these things will be breaking some type of rules, regulations, and laws. Definitely could be breaking some type of international laws, I feel. And he knows that what's going on is breaking some type of international laws. What happened here? Let's see. We got coffin, ship, and tower. Isolation. Isolation of ships, death, and loss. Not explaining what is going on with some ships. Not explaining what is going on with some people, you know, military people. That is something else that he has more information on than we are. The deaths. The ships that have been isolated. The people that have been, some people have been taken, have been captured. Okay, no one's talking about it. And again, he's privy to all of this information. There are ships that which have been damaged beyond compare and taken lives with them, allegedly. All according to me and just here for entertainment purposes only. All right, and then over here we got bird, fox, and dog. This is gossip. This is talking. And this is somebody being triggered. Somebody who is being cunning and talking about their support. He knows something is fishy, something is wrong, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, that there is something illegally done here. And there's also something fishy about Israel. All right. The people that we say we are supporting and why, something is wrong. He's been privy to documentations. He's been privy to monies. He's been privy to conversations where it has nothing to do with you are my ally and this is imminent. No, this is something that has something to do with going to war for a very bad reason. This will put me in the mind of something that would take place just like Iraq, okay? We had all the mountains of information we said would lead us to believe that they have these chemical weapons and these kind of weapons, but it was all a mirage. It was all faulty information. This here is going to be Iraq on steroids of 300% or something. You know what I'm saying? 400% Iraq. This looks like fraudulent information to go to war. It looks made up. It's not even good. It won't pass the muster test of even when we got in Iraq. This could be nothing. You know how they're saying, well, we didn't go to Congress. We can't go to Congress because our information is fishy and fucked up. Okay. The documents we have are falsified. Whatever he's talking about, Mr. Nettie. Mr. Nettie is lying, allegedly, according to me. He's a liar. And all of their information for going to war, the prerequisite is garbage. All right. And if any person was to take this and go to Congress, well, at least Bush did go to Congress. All right. These people are not even going to Congress. If they were perhaps to go to Congress with this garbage, they will be laughed out of Congress and lots of folks will be put out of office. But we went through that sometimes last week or the week before last. I think week before last. Republicans voted it down. They didn't want to know anything about the war. Oh, it wasn't a war. It's just a little excursion. It's just a little journey that we on, according to them. So they didn't want to know. It's a reason that they don't want to know. Allegedly, these senators are in a racket. Okay, it's a lot of group of them in racket. And it really doesn't have anything per se to do with just Democrats or Republicans, because they all in a mixed bag here. All right. They have ties. OK, they have ties to certain countries, and it really doesn't matter whether they are Democrat or Republican to have these ties. And they don't want this being seen either. There are some Democrats that do not want this being seen, this falsified information. Iraq 300 times for so much information, just ignorancy. It's similar to a racket that kindergartners would put together. This is how we're going to get the candy off of the teacher's desk. And these are the reasons why we need to get the candy. You know what I'm saying? So it is stupidity on stupidity. And this is moon energy movement. The movement they trying to make and transition from some sexual activity that they want to cut off. So he also may have some information about the nasty Steen files, and he may see correspondent memos from Nettie to the. Could you close that door? Close that door. Put that down. Close that door. You don't want to do it. Put that down. Get back up. Be quiet. Don't say another word.
Okay.
Be quiet.
Okay.
There are memos and documents that he has been privy to, the director of national intelligence, to, is like in a roundabout way talking about that. The reason why you might need to go to war for us, because I feel like that was discussed. I have some things, that I could show people. I have some memos of, when this man was, in charge in Israel. That man is running rampant throughout the Epstein files, that Israeli man from way back or whenever. And I have some of those files, and just for perhaps some instance, maybe those files could come out. Well, because he needs somebody to do him a job, Mr. Nettie. He needs somebody to do him a solid. Like, you owe me something, all right? I do this for you, you do this for me. Let's go to war, all right? You can do it because you're such a big, strong president. You could push anybody around, allegedly. That was, the conversations, all right? You can push anybody around. You look what you did to Venezuela, talking them all up. Because if we know one thing about our president, his mind is weak. And any form of bucking up his head, that's what we call it in the South, bucking up people's head. He'll do anything for lovely bucking up in the head and to keep those nasty file stings away from him and the memos that go towards him. So this director is also aware of this as well. Let's go. Let's see. We got unexpected money, convening a money meeting, and a dishonest person. So he knows about some, oh Lord. And then this is at the bottom of the deck. This is the child card. Child. Here we go. The children on a journey. On a long journey, long way, long road, all right? So there was some children on a long road and on a journey here. You see these? So this what this meaning was convened about. Some children, a journey, a long way, long road, all right? Then we got unexpected money, convene a meeting, and dishonest and false person. So this national director, allegedly, according to me, country psychic Shanda Baby Terror, is known that there are some type of meetings or memos, or there is some information that he is being given, and he can no longer conduct a war like this, not based upon Epstein files. He can no longer conduct a war somewhat like blackmail or whatever they will call it. Maybe this is gray mail. I don't know. But we're asking somebody to go to war because just maybe I might have some things that you might need to get. All right, let's go. He feel like it was some illegal money that was transferred. We got the journey, we got the great fortune, and the good gentleman. Somebody was going over, that Jared Kushner, him, and that group of bumbling morons that went over to Israel, so they said that they could, they were doing some peace talks or whatever they did say that they were doing. This all entails some type of money, allegedly. This has something to do with illegal money and going to war for money and going to war for an exchange of information. Okay, you do me a solid, I do you a solid. Some people in that group that went over there, allegedly, according to me and to my spirit, are in the Epstein files. Whatever that little group went over there. Somebody is in it. Somebody's in the Epstein files. This is just too much for this director to cover up, and he doesn't even want to cover it up. That's the thing, because this has nothing to do with him. All this weird shit. He's just here to do his job, to conduct normal wars that make sense. We are in a senseless war, and he don't want to conduct that. All right, so that's what I feel. He knew a little bit more than he was saying. He said some things, but he didn't say them all. Okay. And according to this administration, the House, the Senate, and all that, you can't say anything about Israel. But you should be allowed to say something about them because they're an ally. They're not Jesus. They're not God. They're not anything that is held to such a high degree in esteem that they are better than anyone else, that they can't be questioned. But there are some Democrats and Republicans just like that. You can't question Israel at all. And that doesn't make any sense because Nettie is crooked as a country road in Mississippi. All right. Let's see. And once you hold on. Is it still on? Or is this saying something? I can't see. I don't want to cut it off. But I don't know if it's still going. Let me see. Nope. No, there you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I guess it was skipping. I couldn't see it going no more. Yeah, there we go. So, Netanyahu, again, like I said, is crooked as a road in the country in Mississippi. Just crooked. All right. And if you're talking about him, that doesn't mean you're talking about all Jewish people. You're talking about him. When I go and I say, I sure don't like, say for example, if I say I don't like Mary, and Mary just happens to be black, then that doesn't mean that I don't like all black people. I just don't like Mary. Okay, Mary's shady. Mary is shady. Or, if you want to lose somebody else's name, Beth. If I say I don't like Beth, and Beth just happens to be Hispanic, that don't mean I don't like Hispanic people. It's personally on Beth. But they won't let you, with him saying that and coming out like that, that's very bold. And he must have saw some awful information for him to come out so boldly. All right, let's see about now. Let's switch gears to something a little more lighter. That Kristi Gnome spending $220 million for a commercial of her and that commercial she has. I'm not gonna go any further and go say nothing I ain't supposed to. So they always say if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing. So we ain't gonna say nothing. So she's spending $220 million. I think it's going off again. It's stuttering. I should just use my own internet. Let me try to use my own internet. I can't see from this angle. Oh, lie. Let me see. Nope. And nope. I'll just leave it like this then. Hopefully it don't stutter too much. So she spent $220 million on that commercial of herself. This runway will be your home. And I was just so fed up with that commercial. And I used to block it off my YouTube all the time. And it'll come right back on there. I hated her in that commercial. And $140 million went to her and her friends. All right. That goes to your friends and family, okay? But they tell me that I can't get chips or sodas with stamps, but she could spend $220 million on a commercial with her riding a horse and reacting her daydreams or something. But go figure. It makes much sense. And I thought that this administration was, so against waste, fraud, and abuse. But it's only the waste and fraud abuse that's done by Somalis. Yeah. There we go. Now we really know what's going on in the place. So if you do any other kind of fraud and you are of another persuasion, then you can get that fraud going, is what I've learned so far. Oh, my lights went off here. Hold on just a minute. Yes, they did the Doge, and everybody just hated all this waste and fraud until it was time for them to sign contracts and get $200 billion apiece, and all their family and Ivanka and all the other sniffing cokehead dude, his other son, I don't know his name. I'm sorry, him. Yeah, he can get all the money to, wham up his nose in a circle, wham in a circle. Yeah, him. So he can get all that money. All the rest of his family can get, bleed America dry. But don't you get them cheering no chips. Oh, Lordy. But anyway, I digress. And they're supposed to be sending her case to the DOJ, Department of Justice, who serves no justice and looks after no justice. Okay, so let's see if anything will be done. I want to kind of like a timeline. Will anything be done within the administration of Trump and what's his face, couch humper? Yeah, will it be done within? Would they do anything? Kristi Noem. I watched the Kristi Noem when they were going at her, and both parties were going at her, and I was kind of not sure why that was going on. They really had it out for her, so I don't know. Let's see. Kristi Noem. She's done all this 220 million waste, abuse, and a fraud. Okay, she's done all that. Let's see. Josiah. Never mind. Let me get this other one. Let me get this other charge. Go over there. All right, there we go. And this go in there. All right. And here we go. All right. Let's see. Where's this thing at? There we go. There we go. 09. 13. There we go. All right. Will this Kristi Noem? You gone, cat? The cat is gone. All right. Will Kristi Noem be charged in any way for waste, fraud, and abuse of 220 million? And also they are charging her with lying to Congress, and also lying about sleeping with Corey Lewandowski, also lying about did any of that money go to her family, also lying about was Corey Lewandowski approved to, issue out the money or to be the, all that say in the matter. Let's see. Ooh, listen. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6 M's in my bank account. 7, 8, 9. All right, let's see. Let's look. Let's feel what we got going on. What we got going on here. We got the Moon card, and we got the Ace of Swords, and we got the Queen of Cups. Okay. This is offering, presenting something. This is the truth coming out, and this is something that was obscured. So in the back, being that this the back, I feel like this the past and it's being obscured. I feel like this is the truth that will be coming out. So I feel like there will be some type of investigation. And we have the Queen of Cups. These are also surprises. This is revealing things, emotional things, things that could make people really think about what is going on. This is like an opening to a floodgate. All right. And when I see we got the King of Swords down here, we got the finances and the money, and we got the watching and getting information. I feel like this is Donald Trump, because he is saying that the orange diaper mongrel, he is saying that he knew nothing about it, and she was just spending all the money and going wild, you know, whatever like that. But there is some type of information that will be coming out about the finances, okay, and something to do with Trump. Because you know, all the time he'll tell a lie in a quick hot second. He probably was a terrible young man to his mother, allegedly, when he was a little boy, because he probably had nothing more than lies coming out his mouth. And where I'm from, we got a saying, southern saying, he told those dry ass lies. Okay, that's what he looked like he be doing, telling dry ass lies. It's probably going to end up to be some type of information that's going to come through to show that Trump did have something and said that something was approved and something she should have done like that. Let's see. This is Ace of Wands. I think we're going to have, they're going to be 2 senators, but I feel like there are 2 senators down here, but they're from opposite parties. So you know how Senator Massey and Senator Rokana, I hope I'm saying that correctly, they got together to talk about the nasty steam files and what we need to do. I feel like from one side of the aisle there'll be people working together to destroy Kristi. No, all right, because they was trying to destroy her at that meeting, and I didn't understand why the Republicans flipped on her. So like, why did she become some scapegoat when you know, she was just doing the things that nasty diaper man wanted to done. All right, but they're going to speak boldly. They are going to speak and try to get the truth out, okay? Because here's this one senator, the King of Wands. This is him doggedly investigating, watching, and hearing what is coming out of this hearing and what is coming out of this woman's mouth. All right. We're going to get some more cleared up about this King of Swords, which is Gemini, that Donald Trump energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, air signs. And also this could go for literal legal things. Legal matters will be cleared up, okay? And it's going to be like, okay, one thing is said, and then we're going to get involved in something, some other kind of conversation out of what Kristi Noem is saying. She's going to bring up something new and illuminate something new that we may have not known. This woman could get really scared of being charged with something and want to flip. So she may have her own documentation, allegedly, that shows that maybe Trump did want this, okay? That he was somewhat into this situation more than he is saying that he was into the situation, but he lies more than a rug. So his word is not to be taken as any type of ultimate truth. So let's go with the Moon card, finances. This is fishy finances. So on top of the Moon card, we got fishy finances. On top of the truth, the lady will be revealing the truth. The lady will be speaking and she will be talking. There is the female. All right. And on top of the Queen of Cups, what we going to go with? Conflict. She has a conflict inside of her, whether she wants to be loyal to Trump, who is loyal to no one at all, and or rather she is trying to wait around to see if she can get some type of pardon from him or something if it looks like it's not going in her direction. So she'll be on the fence a little bit, but eventually she's gonna go on over the fence. If anything benefits plastic jug face, then she'll go with that. Okay, all right, let's go. We got the King of Swords. The Star to show important news about either, this is going to be important news what she speaks here, and it's going to be important news about something she says about rump the dump. This is some type of secret here that is on top of the King of Pentacles, how you're financing, how you're getting the money. There's a lot to be revealed and a lot that people were told to keep secret. But now if it doesn't benefit them, they're not going to keep it a secret. We got this Page of Swords, and this is a new energy for information. This is people wanting more documents, wanting more things. And this is, on top of that, is the El Nino, which is the child. Okay, so this is a surprise. Positive news is going to come forth from this this one piece of information. It's like we're going to start with something and then we're going to go and open up plenty more doors. It's like Pandora's box. You open up this with plastic jug face, she tell you that, and then you be like, well, hey, I need to go over there and see this and do that and do that. Plastic jug face is opening up new doors and new information. All right, we got the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is difficult. It is difficult to speak about and approach this subject. Some people are going to have to get out of the brown diaper that they've been licking in and conduct business like they should have been conducting it all along. All right. We got the Scythe, which is the end. The end, sadness, sudden warning, imminent defeat. You have to close this. It says close all old situations to new. They're going to have to close this situation if they say they hate waste, fraud, and abuse. But I don't think it really has nothing to do with waste, fraud, and abuse. It's something about her particularly that either party doesn't like. I'm not sure what that is, but each one on the party has different reason why they don't like her. Probably because you know, she's getting all the immigrants killed and running around acting like she the male Hitler, you know, and some of that is with some of the Democratic Party, but there is some alternative motives that they do not like about her, the Republicans. They got something different going on. All right, let's see. But whatever it is that they got going on, I guess all the enemies is getting together to wrap your ass up. Let's see, Sun. He's going to be illuminating a lot. This is the Democratic man. Remember, this is the Republican man. Again, this woman is going to try to stand in the middle of the aisle, and so may he, this Republican man, for a while. But in the end, he going to have to let it loose, and he going to have to let the chips fall where they may. He gonna crawl out of the diaper, the brown diaper, and try to get his life together. All right, we got the Democrat right here. He's just all about revealing what the hell's going on. He's speaking, and he's speaking with very good force, stern force. Here's the bear. This is the energy and the power. So to me, I think in this hearing or whatever they're going to do with this woman, the Democrats will have the upper hand and the upper hand power, and then the Republicans will have to go along and drag their feet and eventually pick it on up. Because this has caused a lot of suffering for our country, the way that she has led this place. And she has only been leading by the power of the orange diaper man. So she's just been doing exactly what he wanted to be done. Nothing is done without him. Okay, let's see. They want some type of new, this may not even happen until we have a new house. To the house is new, but there is some type of new movement that's going to take place within the people that used to be the foundation in the tree. Something is changing. All right, and then we're going to get some when this changes or something changes, the atmosphere is going to change. Like it was this. We're okay with waste, fraud, and abuse as long as it's not Somalian people. And now then it's going to be okay. We got to get on a different message here. I don't know what a change is going to take place, but there's a change that's going to take place that is going to make this different message, and they're going to burn her up. All right, figuratively, not literal. All right, it's the government. will be ready to get their do-over with her. All right. And now, I've been thinking about those commercials, though, because those commercials are wasted. Now you got $220 million worth of commercials that you can't even show anymore because she's nobody in the administration. Close the door. And they act like they, you know, they want to save so much money by killing people and taking them off their Medicaid and, you know, doing everything they can to poor folks, okay? But why they laugh to the bank, $140 million to the bank, you know, and getting more new faces and all of that there. Yeah, new faces, new faces. So, last thing, because this video is long. Hopefully somebody will watch it because I got some good information. So, why is he canceling this trip to China? Canceling the trip to China. Let's see. What's this canceling of the trip to China? Which one I want to do? Which one I want to do? Yeah, canceling the trip to China. I think I'm going to go with these. Go back up there. Go sit down. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. It's rude. Sorry. It's rude. It's rude. It's rude. Go sit down. Sorry, go sit down. It's rude.
Sorry.
It doesn't make no sense. Don't say sorry no more. Don't repeat nothing. Don't repeat anything. Just go up there quietly. That's what I said. No talking needed.
Okay. What?
Get on. Sit down. Canceling the trip to China. Let's see. I don't know why I'm singing and humming that crazy graduation song. Graduation. Dum, 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun. It has to do with a lot of different things. There's definitely some illness with this man. He is not all healthy and strong, and he never sleeps like that. Then on the thing talking about he never sleeps, that's not a good thing. Never going to bed and resting your brain is not good. But let them tell it. He the healthiest man. He's healthier than Mr. Obama ever was, President Obama. And that is so many lies that they couldn't even hold in their mouth. They will regurgitate those lies out. But this man is not feeling well enough to be jumping on planes to China and conducting a war. So it's a lot of different things. He's been told or had some type of message about his health. Here we go, the rider and the information. He'll try to, what you call it, just boondoggle you or boondaggle, whatever they call it. They'll try to boondaggle you, tell you this, tell you that. He's been having messages about his illness. He's not too healthy to politely been told to stay off the plane for right now. You ain't doing too good. You ain't looking too good. All right, allegedly. That this is not good. We got to start a change, transition, movement occurring. You've been told about this. This is Gemini, sign of Gemini. This is Mercury, and he is a Gemini. Yes, he's a Gemini. So this has been told to him. You may look like you're doing good, but you're not. What's going on in your body is going on in your body. You can look fly as the rest of them, which he don't, because he look like shit with fly on it. Yeah. But anyway, this is deceptive because this is nothing but a snake. You are thinking, since you are not falling down, that you can do these humongous trips overseas in these planes and go from different heights and with your heart and with your actions. All right, that's allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Let's see. He has been talking to a woman which has been telling him something, exposing some truth to him or telling him something about this trip. Let's see what's going on, what she's exposing, what she's saying here. What is this main character woman doing? She is saying that he is the leader and he needs to show dominance and he needs to stay over here. But then we got false here. Self-care, selfishness, cunning, caution, suspicion. Taking suspicion. He will maybe be murked, okay? That's all I'm saying, for purposes only. Death threats from Iranian countries. Spiritually, I feel like people think that certain countries that Iranian people will not go in and cannot go in. I need you to stop the disillusion, okay? Because when people out to get you, they'll do anything. They will go anywhere and do anything. Just take, for instance, if you can leave off countries, just like if we was talking 101, and this was real life, and someone murked 150 of your children, if you could quite possibly have them many children. Then somebody murked hold on just a minute. Let me get this light turned on. I don't know why it's turning off. What's going on here? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. What's going on here? There we go. So say just real life. We take off countries and we just do you. Okay, we just do y'all. We in a simulation. And somebody murked 150 of your children in this simulation. And in this simulation they murk your daddy. Okay, and then they murked some people that you used to work with all the time. Y'all was cool. How would your beef ever leave? And how would your beef stop at borders? How would your beef stop at countries? Me, myself, my beef would never stop, okay? They couldn't invent any more countries that I wouldn't be willing to go into, just for instance, if we was in this simulation. So, murking threats is definitely there. And you don't have to murk people by sending in huge amount of missiles. There are strategic ways to end somebody. That's all I can say. And he was told this by a female is telling him this, that they are getting some chatter. This is the bird's eye view. Getting some chatter on the radio. If you go anywhere, if you go into other spaces where they feel like they can get into those spaces, air spaces, no, sir. I don't care if you are the, you can get got, because you can always get caught lacking. I don't care who you are. All right. So that's why we have had assassination attempts on presidents, because everybody everywhere can get caught lacking. All right. Let's see. We got a main character man. Let's put some cards on this main character man. Lucky. Letter and commitment. Hope. Revealing. Crossroads. Woman. So this the woman and the man coming together and giving him some kind of great detail on something. Also, I feel like he feels he's been up talking this trip with Xingpu. I don't know that man's name, but I'm gonna say whatever. X, Mr. X. So he been talking it up. I got a letter, I got a commitment, and he been letting us all know that's the key. Openness, revelation, liberation, money, Venus, Taurus. That's some finances. I've been letting you know about this, and I got all the hope and dreams and everything. That's the star card. And he knows that he's going to get lucky or something. But the woman and the man is coming together, and they coming at a crossroads that he's going to look like a fool when Mr. X don't give or do anything he's saying. In the middle of a war, he wants to go conduct stupid tariff business and, dumb up talking of garbage that he says he's going to accomplish that he's not. So he's not going to go over there, look like a fool, not going to accomplish anything. Then he's going to do that under the risk of being murked in some official way. He is the main character. They are telling him, they are, getting all up in the diaper and looking around. You the main character, the commander-in-chief. You can't go and do that. So it was several reasons he wasn't going. But the main reason was he is sick in body, allegedly. All right, sick in body. Let's see. We got theft. What is being stolen? Theft. All right. We got money and finances. They feel like he gonna get played over there. And so not only is he gonna be in a war, he gonna be over there looking like a simp. He gonna be looking like a simp, bowing down, begging for them to get in the straight of her muse. Oh Lord, come and give me some money. Make these deals with me. I'm on live. Oh, what the heck? What the? We ordered some beans from Walmart, y'all. This is not the beans we want. Lord, no. Oh, Lord. No, look at this. We did not ask for all these beans. Oh, my God, beans. We didn't. She wanted beans.
But not
a bag of beans.
Mama, do you not be looking at the size you ordered?
No. All right, go back out. Bye. All right.
Okay,
I'm gone. Gone. Bye. All right. Stop doing that.
Don't lean on my bed.
I'm winning that.
Oh, that's not my bed. Yes, no.
All right, bye. I'm live. Bye. Ain't no talking in here.
And this is my bed.
Okay, I'm not talking. That's him.
Lord, not them big old beans. Oh my God, we've been eating beans for 30 years. So they don't want him going over there looking like a simp, begging. Okay, because this him with this Ace of Cups, new energy. He gonna be begging about lots of stuff, talking like a moron, of course. And we're in the middle of a war, and they're just not into seeing him look like this. Let's see. Close that door. Sorrow. Let's go with this. Marriage. Let's see. For some reason, they already kind of knew that he was not going to get what he thought that he was going to get. He's watching and waiting for some opportunity, some money to be offered, or some large sum of money. But this will end up in heartbreak and grief for him. They know exactly that he is not going to get whatever he is wanting from Mr. X. And he's going to look like a complete fool because they feel like he's going to do the same thing that he always does, which is allegedly tacoing. Okay, so they feel like he shouldn't be tacoing like that in the middle of a war. All right, he's married to, he got some connection or he got some agreement here. All right, he got a lot of different agreements and he's trying to settle one agreement. Wait to another time. Okay, and also he's got another agreement that he's trying to reach. This look like with Russia. So he wants to take one dictator at a time, and him being a dictator himself. So they want him to do this later. That's what this feels like. All right, what's this? We got sorrow, court officials, and prison. All right. Constraints is limitations. With the law, he's got limitations. Let's see what's going on here. What's the sorrow? Pleasant. Somebody's trying to get away with something and put something to the side. What's this? Court officials. Lawyers, judges, disagreements. about some type of finance. Walking away. He's planning on doing something illegal, all right, allegedly. And they don't want to go in the middle of the war of him propositioning something illegal, something underhanded financially that he wants to get them into and he wants to tell them about, all right? He wants to commingle something that has something in the war to do with Russia and to do with China. Something about them getting together or coming together or something like that. Something that is wholly illegal that if made to light would be very problematic for the international community. And they don't want him to take that over there because he always makes up things he want to do. He doesn't care if they are legal or not, allegedly. But some people care certain things they feel he's not able to do or shouldn't do. All right, that it's just in lieu of international law. Some financial ties that they have to others. That's what I get. They have financial ties to NATO, financial ties to European ties. And these ties would be complicating the ties that they have to these countries where they have actual set contracts, okay? Even if you have trading agreements, but all this stuff is legal, and this is contracts. And then you have certain things you can get out of the contract, certain things you can't get out of the contract, no matter how you don't like it, all right? And then you can't supersede the contract that you already have. This could be setting people up to this presentation that he wants to bring to Xi Jinping. I probably still ain't say it right. Is very problematically and illegal. All right, let's see. This is something that brings some type of sorrow and unpleasantness towards people. Who brought that up here?
You know where the sugar is?
It's at the bottom on that last thing.
Up here? Oh, I see.
Yeah. Lord Jesus, what is she gonna do with all them beans?
I don't know.
She gonna have to have a birthday party for that and make red beans and rice for everyone. Sorrow and unpleasant. Restricted. Looks like a lot of people in jail or something. Let's see. I feel like Donald Trump is afraid. Okay, this is just what I'm picking up. I don't know. Donald Trump is afraid of being arrested. I'm not playing with you. I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm just gonna tell you. Like, if you do something, okay, I'm gonna use a example with something like a ticket, okay? You've got a ticket. We'll just use it in Dallas County, okay, if you're familiar with Texas. But you live in Tarrant County. So you try your best to stay out of Dallas County and remain in Tarrant County at all times. So this is something, he feels like there is something overseas and in some countries or somewhere that he could be arrested along the way or something. Like I don't know what this is. So it's like somebody who's broken some type of international law or something, and they know that, if you hit a certain soil, you'll be arrested or something will happen to you. So with him having these health problems, he may have to stop in between. It's just, I know that something is wrong with this man, okay, allegedly. So he may have to stop. Okay, this is something about like Treasure Island. He may have to stop at an island, not continuously go on and have those trips as in one sitting, even though Air Force One is everything is beautiful and It's like a house and whatever. This man's health is not good. So being up in the air being comfortable is not his problem. Up in the air is his problem. Altitudes and things like that. He may not can do one leg journeys, okay? And say if he had to stop in one of these places or one of these islands, or, they keep everything on the hush hush for him. Of course, nobody will be speaking about what's going on with this. So this is what I'm saying. Like when you get sick, because this is the sick card. This is the four of swords here. You don't want nobody to know, so you sneak somewhere, okay? You can't do that trip in one joint. You have war going on, and you are needing to stop at certain places to help your heart recover or something like that. You're going to be restricted somewhere, some type of layover, grief and sadness, or losing something. Could be losing some kind of blood pressure, or pressure to blood, or blood that pumps all around the body. That's what I get right there. And if you do that, then something will happen to you. All right, somebody have some success, dreams will come true, and the emperor will get you, take you away, and control you. All right, so that's the gist I get from why he is not going to see Mr. X, Jing Zhang G, whatever, X. We got it. That is why he is not going to see that man at this time. This video has been immensely long. And I do thank for the one person that was on here. Do appreciate it. All right. So thank you for being with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. All right. And if you can, watch some of my videos, because I'm needing some watch time hours. And if you know anybody else who may be interested in some political reads, please pass them on to them. And let them know. I'm also on Instagram and also TikTok. I do $30 tarot card readings. For that $30, it's unlimited how much you want to ask. Really, no limit to that one right there. So I do appreciate you taking out the time to watch me, and those who will watch me after I have recorded. Thank you very much. And just stay safe, stay blessed, and stay dangerous. And this is out from Shan the Baby Terror.